You know Power BI, but still you have lots of questions in your mind. How does it happen? Why it happens? How can I do that? This is the series for you. Subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get the notifications. Hello and welcome to another video on Abstract Thesis series, and in today's video we are going to discuss Power BI's newly released function window. And I have already done couple of videos on that. In one of the video I have shown you how to do Pareto analysis, like how much contribute 80%. Now you have asked me to do a video on, let's say, 5 brands contribute to 80%. Can I show the rest of the amount in others? So what I've done is basically I have created that thing, and I'm going to show it to you and I'll tell you all the steps to do that. But if you have not watched that video, please go ahead and watch that particular video so that you will be able to understand the measures which I've already created. Now, some of these measures need to be created again because I'm going to use extended dimension concept here. And this is the same concept I'm using for quite some time for these kind of scenarios. Now, it is not necessary that always you have an extended dimension. You can have additional row in your dimension and can also experiment with that. So this is what you actually asked from me, that, let's say, if I say 75% is something I supposed to find out in my Pareto analysis. So this is my Pareto new, which is telling me how it is contributed to 100%. And in that 100%, you can see that, I've asked for a filter of 75%. So 80% brand others is my measure, which basically I'm creating, which is which can take a parameter, and that parameter can decide, it's basically not 80%. It is basically param percentage plus others. So that can actually decide how much percentage I'm going to get, and then a rest of the amount should come to others. And to test that, what I can do is, for the first one is 15%, I can make it 15%. And now you can easily add, like, first 2-3 digits. You can see that, this is 9, this is going to be again 9, this is going to be 8, and this is going to be 7. So the numbers are matching. So I have asked for 15% and rest 85% is coming as other. So brand 8 and others. So others are contributing rest of the 85%. So if I say 85%, so I'll get these brands and rest is others. Okay. So this is what actually you have asked me to provide, and let me tell you the current setup and what I'm going to add to that. So my current setup is like this. So basically I have a sales table, and that sales table is joining with the date table on sales date. And the date table is marked as date table, sales date is truncated, it doesn't have a timestamp, and all those are true. Now item ID joining with item ID, item table is on one side, and the sales table is having many values, one to many single directional join, customer ID to customer ID join for the customer table, and geography is joining based on city ID. All are one to many single directional join. Now what I have done here is basically I have actually created a new table, brand all. Now this is this table I'll show you, and I have joined it based on to the brand. Now this join is basically this join could be many to many, or so ideally it would be a many to many join, or it could be a one to one. But even if it is one to one, I'm going to make it many to many, and I'm going to make it single direction from brand all filter item. Now it could be brand or brand plus others, whatever it is. I'll show you what actually this table contains. So this table contains one additional row for brand, which is others. So it could be a one to one join, or ideally what happens, because there are many scenarios where I use many to many join. So many to many single directional join from the new extended dimension. So what is happening? I am extending the item dimension. I am creating a sub dimension or extended dimension here. Now what happens, typically in a star schema we don't do it, but here for these requirements it is really helpful. Now you can have additional row into your item table also to achieve the same, but let me tell you how I created this brand all dimension. So I say summarize item brand, and then I added another row of item others. Now this is basically brand, name is brand, and others. So what happens, it created all the distinct brand with others. Now what is happening, each brand is joining with each brand, and then there is an additional other row. Okay, and we made the join as single directional. So the key here is that, we got an additional dimension where this other value is there, and we don't want to disturb all the analysis which is already happening because of this other value. So I don't want to disturb any other analysis, and that's why I always create a separate one. but you can add another row to item dimension, which is having item as other, brand as other, category as other, subcategory as other, and can try out the similar kind of formula if that works out. Now, so first of all, what I've done is I created using the new window function, I've created a major, which basically now what need to happen is, if you have watched the last video, you might have seen all the things which I've created were created on the column based on the column in the brand table, but this is not going to suffice now. So what I have to do is I need to create everything now on this brand. I have to create everything now on the all brand. So, and then I have to start with rank, which I created. Then I need to, do this Windows function. So I'll tell you how I have done it, and let me start. So what I've done first of all is from the brand table, I dragged out the, so not from here, I need to take this brand all table, and from that I drag this brand. Now I need to create first of all rank on a net. And why I need to create a rank, if you watch the previous video, we have because what happens is, in the window function, when you give both the values as absolute, then only you can take a measure as order by. Now to take the measure as order by, I need both the values and absolute, but here I need dynamic, because I want to I want this to be cumulative. Now to be cumulative, I need basically dynamic sorting on the net, and based on that sorting value, I need my window function to start from absolute 0 and absolute 0 or 1 basically, and give me till current value. Now current value is not possible when I take both absolute numbers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a rank first of all. So the first thing I'm going to create is a rank, and let me create all the values as D for demo today, because I already created all these, so I don't want to get confused. So rank D I creating. Rank D is nothing but rank X all selected, and this is brand all brand. That's the only thing I have here. Net, then descending, and then dense. So this is my rank, and I can put that into visuals also. So I'll get rank D. So let me drag rank D here. So this is my rank. Now let me create the window function for it. So how the window function will work. So let me show you that. Now I need the cumulative. So I'm directly going to create a cumulative percentage, but let me start with cumulative and then I'll rename it. So I'll say calculate net, and then I supposed to use Windows function. So please watch my previous videos which are on details. So what is happening now, I need to start from 1, which is absolute position. And actually I need a dynamic here, and let me try out. So I want 0 relative position, and then what I need is a summarize table, and with summarize I need all selected brand, and then again brand, and I need a measure underscore net. I can give a new name to the measure. Whenever you give a measure into the summarize function, you need to actually have a new column name. So this is basically nothing but underscore net is a new column name. And why I'm creating underscore net, not on net, I don't want to have a confusion what is actually my name, which is coming from this in memory table or the variable table. So that's why I always create name like that. So once you do that and press comma, it gives you order by. Now in the order by, you can give underscore net. Now it will give error, but it will work now, and then you can close it. The window will close, and then you can close this cumulative function. Now once you're done with this cumulative, you drop it here and start giving you error that you cannot summarize it. So I say okay, close, we can't summarize it. So I will go and make it as absolute only. So the moment I make it absolute, and committed, you say start working. Now from 1 to 0, it's not going to give me anything. So what I say here is, I say I'm going to give rank D, the demo rank. So now what is happening here is we are getting certain values. Now let me do that. Let me also do that. Now do this sorting on descending sorting on the net. So once I do the descending sorting on the net, now you start getting the correct value. And remember, this other is going to play a role here because it's going to come always. Now, so after you give this rank, actually you are able to make it dynamic, and with the descending sort order, you can see the values are adding correctly also. Now I actually want the cumulative percentage. I don't want to create a cumulative and then cumulative percentage. So, and I've shown you in the previous one how can you create cumulative and then cumulative percentage. So watch that video. So now we're going to make it cumulative percentage, and I'll add a D also. Demo I'm doing for this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say divide, and then I'm going to say calculate net comma all selected, and then I simply close it. Now I can make it as a percentage column. So I got my percentage column. Now to make this to filter, we are going to create something which we've created last time also. So if you remember, this was our measure. So let's go here. We created this 80%, and let me show you that measure, 80% measure. Now, so what we have done in one was CountX and one was basically the net value. So SumX, we first of all we say summarize item, brand, item, cumulative. Then we found out that we need all selected, and we also need keep filter. So this is the same formula we needed. So let me again create the same formula, this SumX one, and show you how I'm going to get the net. So I'm going to create a new measure, and this is basically param plus others, and we have to do it in 2-3 steps. So first of all, of this thing I'm going to create in a variable, and I'm going to call it, let's say, filter, the data which I'm going to filter. So first thing which we are going to do is we are going to say SumX. I by mistake pressed the enter, so that's going to error out. SumX summarize all selected. So one thing which you have to do here is basically you have to do is all selected. Now once you do all selected, brand all, brand, then brand all, brand, then we need the new measure underscore 1, our cumulative D, percentage G. Then we come out of this, and then we say if underscore 1 is greater than p param value divided by 100, then give us net, else give us blank, and then we have to say return the variable filter. So we got this param plus others. Let's bring it here. Now to make you understand this, I'll do it into a couple of steps. So now look at this value which is coming out right now. So this value is coming, but we need param first of all. So let me bring in param, and that then look what value we are getting here. Okay, and I'll say don't sync right now, don't sync. So 85% is something which you are bringing in, and if I make 1, what happens? So on 1 it should come same as the grand total. So that seems to be working fine. 15%, let's say. Now this is one number which is coming in. Now remember, I need this number also, and why I need it I'll tell you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this number for a reason, and I'm going to create another one, and I'm going to change this little bit. I'm going to create one more variable here, and this one, what I'll do, whatever I done last time, keep filters, and I'll put this entire summarize inside the keep filters. And now let me show you this filter as, let me rename the filter as underscore cumulative, and I'll keep it underscore cum. Now let me return that. So what's happening here is I am getting, so this should be less than, actually strictly less than or less than equal to. Okay, so let's make it 70, 85%. Okay, the number is now correct. Okay, so less than, this need less than, and also now this also need to be less than, strictly less than 85%. Now this number and this number, now let's again look at the filter number. So now this is 85% is this, and I give cum underscore cum also. See, underscore cum is also giving me the same total, but it's displaying the simple one. Now here I'm going to do one more change. I'll say calculate, and actually I can have one variable because I need it twice. Where underscore all cell, all selected, which is nothing but calculate net comma all selected. Now let's check this value. This value should be equal to our grand total. This is our grand total, fine. And if I subtract underscore filter from it, this is the value others should get, isn't it? The one value, this is the value others should get. Now this value is getting displayed at all the places, and the cumulative is getting displayed only at the places where it is supposed to display. So let's now start writing down. So we say switch true. First of all, what I need to do is, in such scenarios, what happen, our grand total might become wrong. And now in this case, what is going to happen, our grand total is nothing but all selected values, because it's whatever you are selecting, that's what is applying. So that's going to be our all selected value, the grand total. So what I'm going to say, not is in scope, not is in scope brand all brand. When brand all brand is not in the scope, then you give me underscore all select. Fine. So I'm covering my grand total. Now then what could happen, when the max of brand, and it is really important that in this case it's there in the context, because then it will not work. Brand all brand equals to, not equals to other. When it is not equals to others, and we have to be very careful, if it is others, it is others, if it is other, then it is other. Okay, so value should match, otherwise you will not get the correct results. Now what is the other variable which were giving the correct value? Cumulative was giving correct value. So whenever it was not equal to that thing, then we should have the cumulative. Alt enter, and then we say okay, when the max is equals to other, then we know what value need to be done. So when it is equal to other, then you do this underscore all select minus underscore filter, and rest all the places you should show me blank. So we have to ignore those values, isn't it? Those values which are not part of that 85% or 100%, that has to be ignored. Now look at this, what has come out. So what is happening? Less than 85% is this contribution, and rest is this 14. Validation again 15%. We know that this is easy to add. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 9, and rest we can add. Okay, so 85%, 75%. This is the values, and then rest of the values. So now we got it, and now to only display that, remove all other things which from this visual. So let's duplicate this visual, and in the first visual let me remove net, let me remove rank D, let me remove cumulative D. Now you are left with brand and others. Okay, so this is how you can get the others along with parameters. So you said now 75%, so 75% plus others. You said it 50%, you can have 50% with others. Okay, so this is my 50% value, almost 50% plus others, because nearest to 50% we have 49%. So this is going to be little bit bigger than the 50%. Then we have 60%, 70%, 75 we don't have. This is the same number is which is going to come as 68%. Then we have 80%, around 80% is 76, 85% is really good number going to come, 90% and below, and then whatever number you have, and you can also say 100%, then there is no others is going to be 0, all the values are going to come out. So this is how you validate it also. So go ahead and try this out. This is one of the videos which I am creating based on the comments you have given on my YouTube channel's comment section on the video. So keep on commenting on that, keep asking, keep watching. I'm going to create the videos on demand. Whatever you ask question, if there is a solution available, I'll try to address it as early as possible. So let me know your feedback on this video. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you. Keep watching, keep asking questions in comments, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for new videos. Thank you.